Hello. How's everybody doing today? I think it's Thursday. I think yes, the 13th of February. So, I had a talk with God earlier. Well, God's been on me for a while about putting my testimony out there. And I have been trying my best to figure out what's the best way to go about this. Because my testimony will take a very long time to tell. And I'm 46 years old now. And I guess I just didn't take the time to actually sit back and really look at my life, because it was so vast. And the things I've been through and seen and done and witnessed and conquered and failed, and well, I'd say it's gonna take a long time for me to tell you guys my whole story. I'm gonna have to do it in because each event is it could help change I could help so many people in so many ways. And this is what God has been trying to tell me. He's been working a testimony in me that could span the world and help heal it for ages. And I was like, me. But now when I sit back and I really think, where do you start? With the domestic abuse, with the family neglect, or do you start with cleaning brains up off a wall? Where do you start? Do you start with the heroin addict, the single mom? Do you start with the suicide, or all of the deaths? Where do you start? Do you start with being abandoned over and over and over again, or do you start with the rape? Each event, and there have been sometimes multiple events in a day, would take a whole book even to explain. So it's going to take a while. 3:31 on the timer, 3:33. So the only explanation as to why I'm here, I have been so close to death so many times. The only explanation is God's using me. And I am all in, because wow, I could help change the world. I've always told my son, I miss you, honey. Mama loves you. Mama loves you so much. I miss you. And I understand. Anyway, I put it out there because I miss my boy. Anyway, I always told him, one person can change the world, babe. Don't mind the cars. They do that all the time. It's just distractions. I believe one person can change the world, start a snowball effect in people's hearts. You know who I think started changing the world? Yeshua. Jesus. God came down here in human form, sacrificed himself for us. Now that was a snowball effect in the hearts. Still going strong like it should. Needs to get more of a pump behind it, because that's the only explanation as to why I am here. Is God has been walking with me the whole time, even when I wasn't looking at him in his direction. He was right there. I died. They called my time of death into existence, 5:55. They called my time of death into existence in 2020. October 18th, October the 18th. You want to know why? Let's start there. Let's start with the suicide. Now, up until this point, I had been using heroin for 20 years, and I had just gotten clean in 2019. I was going to marry this guy, right? I was in love with him. I was so in love with him. I thought I was. But he gave me a glimpse into something I wanted more than heroin. I wanted real love. I wanted love. I was choosing life. I knew it existed out there. I've never received it from a human. Like unconditional, I'm not leaving no matter what love. I've never received it. Ever. Everyone is left. So, that year, though, I lost my dog Harpo. And if you guys know me, you know Harpo. 16 years I had that boy. He was my kindred spirit. Lost him. Same month, I lost 2 friends in one day. 2 days later, I lost another one. And then Nathan just disappears. Now, I have no idea what's going on at this point. I have my parents screaming at me, and I have Nathan just taken off in the car that I bought. I bought that car. I worked 4 weeks at his job with 3rd-degree burns on my fingers to pay for that car for us. But I'd rather him have it out there because I didn't know where he was going. I didn't know if he's okay. Well, at least he has a car to sleep in. So no, I didn't go after the damn car. That man has taken so much from me, but we're not even getting into that. What he tried to take was my life. One time, I had been clean almost 2 years, and he gave me a shot of heroin because after Harpo died, I was like, I know what'll help me be quiet. And he gave it to me. And then he denied it the whole way when I died at his feet. Thanks for sticking around and being there, buddy. You know what he did after I killed myself? In October that year. He posted online calling me crazy. Nobody called to check on me. Nobody. My parents told me it'd be easier if I'd stayed dead. They treated me like a criminal when I got home from the hospital. I woke up 3 days later. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't walk. I was falling all over the place because the doctor walks in and he throws his papers in the air and he's like, what are you doing here? And why is your brain not in a bowl on the counter? It should be soup. I was hoping you'd tell me, Doc. I know I'm here now. I lost every bit of hope. Do you know how scary that is? I bet a lot of people do. And we don't take it seriously enough. You know, nobody gave a shit when I died. Nobody was like, I'm so glad you're still here. Oh, it'd been easier if you would have stayed dead. That's what I got. And then I got my ex-boyfriend blowing me up all over the internet. He had just left me. Him and Golly 4 weeks or something. Maybe 2. And my world was upside down. I didn't understand what was happening. And nobody would talk. Like, I had no answers. Everywhere I looked, there was no answers. I couldn't get anybody to answer me as to what happened. So I said, I must be a monster. Better just cut myself out. There you go. Okay. Look, I can't talk much more about this. We're going to do this in sections, but I'm going to put this out there. Think about it. Think about listening. I'd appreciate if you would. All praise Most High.